Bugs Life now because I don't want to watch wrestling. What up, Houston? Oh, it is. It's not fun right now. Injuries, losses, unanswered questions. There's so
Who do
much
you
going.
ask the question to? I don't even know who to ask anymore, especially if you're talking about the Astros. I don't trust none of them.
Yeah. I mean, you got the good news is Diaz is only has swelling on his right index, so X-ray is negative, MRI is negative. So
Yay.
Oh yeah. Well, he played after that. So, I mean, I figured he wasn't going to be out.
yeah, they did move Loperfido back to Sugarland, and they brought in a third catcher. So um, of course we have
Pitching's
Luis,
our problem. Like, I don't care what they're doing.
Luis Garcia, Lance McCullers. So all eyes are on starting pitching. But is it just starting pitching or is it relief pitching that is probably the bigger problem that we're not putting a magnifying glass?
It's never one for too long. Like sometimes this is starting and it's the relief and it's like the starters will fucking cost us a game because somebody will have a bad inning and then Presley gives up fucking a game and then the starters suck again. So it just depends on whose day it is.
It's just pitching in general, it seems like.
Because the hitting looks fine.
I'm pretty okay with it.
Pitching, I don't. There's either a day it's like the starters, I'm like y'all suck, or it's the relief, y'all suck. And so like the Astros bullpen has 12 blown saves and 16 losses. Houston's record in games where they score 3 or fewer is 30-28. Or 3-28. My bad.
I knew what you were going to say because I heard him say that like every game. That's disgusting.
They're 5-13 in one run games, and looking at their efficiency numbers, also it looks like they really do need a middle reliever or setup. Man, just
But like, where's Dubin? Where's Martinez and Taylor? Where are these fools at?
I mean, they have Nick Hernandez as a player. I don't even know who the hell that is.
No, I seen him pitch, but like,
you have Nick Hernandez and Taylor Scott. And don't get me wrong, Taylor Scott's high, but like you got rid of.
Would you feel better about Scott pitching or Montero?
I don't like Montero at all, so it's fine.
See what I'm saying?
We lost what? 3 key relievers, Maton, Hitneris, and Stanek, and you can kind of feel it where you have guys playing in an unnatural position.
But it felt like that people like Maton was replaced with Dubin, but where's Dubin been?
Is it management? Are we using people too much and not using enough people too much?
Man, it sure feels like it's management.
Joey Espada, are you messing up, bro?
Well, I mean, you got to blame pitching coaches too.
All right.
And the catcher.
Well, we know how we feel about Yonder Diaz, so it's not one of those things where we're very non-vocal.
And I told you, Dana Brown is not getting rid of that fool. He likes him too much.
I saw a comment yesterday that somebody said we should sign Zach Greinke.
Yeah.
Do what?
Exactly. That's what I said.
I'd rather sign. I don't know.
No, I really probably would. Yeah.
I probably would rather sign him over Zach Greinke. There's a few names I'd rather sign over Zach Greinke. I feel like
there's a lot of names I would rather sign over Zach Greinke.
Well, that's why I feel like when it comes to our Astro fans, there's people that think that they know Astros baseball because they can rename players that we used to have. Like,
What?
like that's like me being like, you know who they should bring back? Carlos Beltran, because I remember he was balling 1 year. It's like, come on, bro.
In 04, he did his thing.
Like that's the same people that are like Jeff Bagwell should be GM and Craig Biggio should be manager and
Fuck no.
Brad Ausmus should be. It's like, bro, just because you played on the team does not mean I need you here. Like,
Yeah, there's a difference between like team building and like actually playing. There's different things.
Those are the same people that said J.J. Watt should have been head coach of the Texans.
they are. They're also the same people that probably were saying that we needed to bring Arian Foster back and dumb stuff.
Do
like
what?
that. I don't know. They were saying Brian Cushing should be a coach. Like,
They did. They said J.J. Watt should be head coach, Brian Cushing should be defensive coach, and Andre Johnson should be offensive coach.
I remember people that post had like 100,000 comments on it. People like agreeing with it. Like, this is the greatest thing that could happen.
People were like, "This is exactly what I was
not.
thinking." J.J. Watt, Andre Johnson, and Brian Cushing as our coaches. And I was like, "Get the fuck out of here."
It just not even watching the game. I fell asleep. I was like, I couldn't stay up because these West Coast games. But like, you still win 2 out of against the Giants. You can sweep the Tigers, sweep the White Sox, and then you turn it around again. But it to me, the feeling I get right now with the Astros is the same feeling I had with us in the playoffs last year, where when we were going to play at home, I knew it was never going to be a win. Like, there was like,
I just don't feel like my thing is who the fuck are we? Like, before you knew how the Astros were going to beat you. At one point, it's because we were just going to blow the doors off you and score 7 runs a game. And sometimes it was we just don't let you score. We just outpitch you. But you don't know how the hell we're going to win that day ever. That's the problem. Who are we?
no identity. The one team we thought had an identity is the one team in Houston that has none. It has no culture, no identity. It's all been lost. It's kind of interesting because you look at dynasties and the chips that happen in the armor to kind of throw it off, and you can look back at ours and be like, oh, I see the lack of leaderships. Like, we always turn back around.
I think the first one, dang, like, it's not over yet. That's hard for me to say, though.
No, I'm not saying it's over, but you can start seeing, like, unless you fix something, like, there's teams that stay in every sport that they're like, I'm not doing this to make a change, and they stay pat, and it ends up fighting them.
It was just, to me, like, I noticed that we started doing shit that was out of our norm, like the whole multiple years for Bayou shit. Like, that's not what we do. Like, we were a 1-year kind of team, 2-year team. Like, we fucking made Yuli play on a 1-year deal after winning a batting title. We're gonna give this bum ass motherfucker 2 in a player option. That's crazy. And that was the shit that was different.
The hater.
We just won a chip. We didn't have a GM, so we were feeling ourselves. And right now our egos kind of biting us back in the ass.
Yeah. I mean, we were kind of all surprised with the Josh Hay. Like,
I don't regret that at this point, though, because, like, he's not the problem, and it makes Presley expendable. Imagine if you didn't have Hader and Presley was pitching like that. You would. I don't give a fuck what you say. You would not be talking about trade that fool, because what would be your option?
Yeah.
Forrest Whitley. No, I was kidding.
Dynasty Dunzo if Forrest Whitley's our closer.
If Forrest Whitley's anything for us, if you had to pick Forrest Whitley or Lance McCullers, who you go?
Lance.
Yeah, sadly, Lance.
Y'all, you have fans still, Lance. They believe in you.
Because Lance has actually shown that he could pitch in the league. Like, his problem is like, not only are you injury prone, I just think you're done. Like, you can't pitch no more. Just quit.
Yeah, when you see athletes like at the very end of their career after injury, it's like, I know what to expect from you, bro. Injury. He'll pitch like 3 games and then they're gonna have an MRI on him like the next day in Houston.
Bum
And it's gonna
ass
be 3
motherfucker.
bad games, like 0-3, ERA of like 16.5 or something.
Yeah, but still, like, I just think he's done. But Forrest Whitley ain't done shit. Like, he ain't done shit.
I forget when we drafted him.
That's what you call a bust.
Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad pick. That when you re-sign Lance McCullers and then you draft a Lance McCullers, like that's pretty much right. It's amazing.
Well, because he did good, and then he got the big money, and then we were winning, and we were feeling ourselves, so we gave him the multiple years and bit us in the ass because he got hurt right away.
When is his contract in? We got like what 3 more years with him?
Something like that.
It's not a pretty contract. Everybody worried about Brady. There's another contract on there that y'all should definitely be pissed off more about.
Yeah, for sure.
'Cause
Well, I think we could get rid of like out of a Braves after this year. I think.
the Verlander contract too, I'm kind of.
I mean, it's just hit or miss, bro. Because if you were pitching like, if you were consistent, you know what I'm saying? If I had like more faith in you, then I wouldn't have an issue with it. But there have been some times where you're giving up a lot of runs in one inning, and I don't like that shit very much.
I mean, nothing major going on.
Hell no, they just got to play baseball better. What the fuck is their problem? Everybody got a solution. Let's just point the finger at them. Play better, motherfucker. It's like every week somebody on that team pisses me off. Every week is somebody different. For the whole week, they just piss me off. Every time I see him, I hear fucking Kendrick Lamar. Bum! Fucking bum. It was a whole week. Every time Altuve came up to the plate, I was like, bum! Literally, because it was my inside joke to my inside self. And every week.
Yeah, they've been pretty, I'll say lackluster. That's the word I'm going to go with. Tucker's out.
He'll be back.
He's working out. He's not doing baseball stuff, but he's working out, so that's good.
That'll be fine.
Cabbage gets a start today.
Sweet.
Right
field?
Yep. So we're gonna see what happens. I mean, hopefully we don't lose by walk-offs anymore.
Oh, I hate losing a walk-off more than anything.
The Cabbage walk-off was disgusting because he had the ball and he dropped it. And then, yeah, it's just like it's like getting hit in the dick and then somebody just punching you in the stomach like right after. Like
it's like a kick in the dick and then a punch in the belly.
There are positives though. Spencer Spaghetti, in his last 6 starts, 31 innings, 26 hits, 11 earned runs, 36 strikeouts, 16 walks, 3.19 ERA, and 1.35 WHIP.
That's what I say. Spencer Spaghetti and Hunter Brown, they've been doing pretty okay. I don't have an issue with them. Like, because even like if Eric Getty, like I'm not saying he's been perfect, but the shit he has been doing bad, or when he has a bad inning or whatever, it's like you remember he's a rookie. It's like, oh, I expect that. But if that's the worst, I'm good with it.
More bad though. The White Sox have 19 and the Cubs have 16 bullpen losses. So we are tied with Cubs now with 16.
Did you see that the White Sox have like a full-blown campaign to get Maldonado in the All-Star game?
He has not even arguably, statistically, he has the worst batting average.
That is why they're doing it.
That would be hilarious. get him in and then trade him to us, and then we get an all-star.
No, fuck that, because then they're gonna want more for him. Trade him to us, and then we'll get him in.
They can have Forrest Whitley. He's a stud. And then I'll give them. Who else? I'll give them Singleton or Singleton.
No, I'll give them. What do they need?
Everything.
Singleton, not Singletary.
Oh yeah, Singleton. There we go.
Singletary is the other team.
Oh yeah, it's the running back.
They're gonna probably want a pitcher.
Forrest Whitley. Fine, I guess.
One that plays.
Okay, Lance McCullers.
I was gonna say Lance McCullers.
One that plays.
Or
He's
he's
gonna play.
hurt, so we don't have him no more.
Would you give up JP France for Maldonado?
Yes. If I don't know what the hell he's gonna give me at this point, so
But he's only 27.
that's true also. And I don't know. Actually, I don't know because
See, that's a tough one, right?
Rennell, Spaghetti, JP, Hunter Brown. That's a nice 4.
You still don't got an ace.
No, you don't have an ace, but you can go trade for an ace because I don't like Framberg, so I don't even want to.
It looks like your 4 is in the going forward. See, here's the thing, bro, is I don't know that Rennell Blanco can sustain that.
I don't know.
Not that he's going to start doing bad, but I just think there's a simplicity to what he does, and the league's going to catch wind of his ass, and then he might not be as good.
He's gonna have a JP France moment where he was really good, did what we needed. But
Well, it depends, because there's been times this year where they start to do it, and he'll break out a pitch that nobody's seen, and it's like, okay, so you're aware of your bullshit. So let's see if you can keep making it better.
my boy.
But I think Framber Luis, Arrighetti, and Hunter Brown for sure. Arrighetti's fucking good to me. I like that kid. He reminds me of Tim Lincecum. They used to pitch for the Giants.
Oh
The one
yeah,
that got caught with the weed at the White House.
yeah.
Wild.
Famous for the wrong or right reasons.
But that dude could pitch. Like Arrighetti has a little bit of that attitude to him. Like I don't think he's like electric like that, but
Remember when Spencer Arrighetti first started and we were all mad because his ERA was like
Yes.
17?
yes. And now he's like the second best pitcher on the team. But that's starter.
Yeah.
Like I'm as confident in Arrighetti right now as I am Framber.
I don't like Fromber, so I'm definitely in. I don't think there's one Fromber Valdez game where I'm just not stressed out.
That's true.
He's on my Hunter Brown radar right now.
See, he doesn't bother me. I
Hate him.
kind of like him because I understand what he is. Like you're a pitch to contact pitcher.
You're supposed to be my ace, and you don't have the cojones to do it.
Okay, yeah, that's a different conversation though.
Yeah.
Because as a talent, I believe he's worth keeping.
Are y'all re-signing him?
I am. Because even if I want to trade your ass, I'm going to trade you after I resign you.
It's true. It's true, because then it has more value because whoever trades for him doesn't have to worry about him leaving.
Exactly. Plus, I think I got you for arbitration for another year, so that's another year where I have to worry about that shit. Get out there and pedal them fastballs, bitch. I'm going after a World Series.
I need to cut his hair off again. He keeps fucking up.
Nah, bro. I told you recently, Maldy.
We are one of the worst.
You remember? Look, Iguodala was part of the fucking Warriors forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Won the fucking Finals MVP, did all that hoopla shit, right? He left. He went to the Heat. He went to the Grizzlies, right? Fucking was miserable. Came back in 2022. What did they do? They won another chip. Maldy's the same way, bro. Go, come back, the prodigal, and then we're fucking win again. It writes itself.
Doesn't hurt to try.
It's like a book.
Exactly.
We've seen this book with dynasties. Man. The Derek Fisher for Kobe. Man.
Yes.
It's like it's not the guy that like everybody like, damn, that guy is cold blooded, but he brings an intangible that you don't have.
Yeah. balls. The rest of y'all ain't got no balls. This team's what's in them buckets in y'all's dugout? Sunflower seeds and tampons. Because you ain't got no fucking balls over there.
Yeah, our team gets punked a lot in different ways too. Pitchers are getting punked, batters getting punked, management's getting punked.
Now I will say this. I'm sick of people fucking throwing at us because it seems like we have one or two people getting hit every game. In the hands, in the ribs. It's like, come on, man. This is some bullshit. We're not crowding the plate. We ain't playing dirty. Quit hitting us. I just want to see somebody throw the bat back or something. Like, stop, motherfucker. I've been hitting my hand 3 times this week. Stop.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched most of the West Coast games recently because I've just been wanting to sleep. But the parts I have seen, I've seen the hits, and I'm like, come on, bro. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, but
Brady took one off the hand like 2 days in a row.
But if you're not going to say anything, then I mean,
well, that's my point. Is somebody fucking say something? You know what I mean? Call the umpire out. Like, you got to protect the player, bro.
Umps don't care.
Umps are betting on it. That's why.
Yep.
That's what it is. The team's not going to have balls until Espada grows balls. Espada is a really good coach. He has no fucking ball. He's Steven Silas. Is you know everything to do the job except fucking had a man up, bro.
Why'd you say that? Damn
it feels like it though, right?
It does. I just didn't want to bring that into the universe because if I have to deal with the Steven Silas, look, Espada, if you're Steven Silas for the Astros, I don't want you here next year because you can't teach. You can't teach. Either that or I need you to have somebody else on that bench that has some balls.
Well, the other dude does. I forgot his name. The bench coach. He's always starting shit down there, but he ain't good enough to be a head coach.
No.
That's what it is. A spotter just needs to be like, man, we're sick of this shit. We're not dealing with this. I'm telling you, throw the cooler, steal the base, like take the base back to the do something.
Spit sunflower seeds at the umpire.
Yes.
Do something. Get kicked out of a game.
Now, I'm willing to eat crow on this Espada thing if it don't work out. But I ain't gonna sit here and watch this fucking crumble in the process. So I'm gonna pull the trigger on firing this motherfucker a lot quicker than I gave up on Davis Mills. I can tell you that. But one thing that might help this here particular Astros team is if you do fire Espada. I'm bringing back AJ Hinch. Because why not?
Save him from Detroit.
He's got attitude. Plus, it'll make us the villain again because they're like, oh, they brought back their chief cheater. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We get good when people were making fun of us for cheating and we were the under. Maybe that's what we should do. Start a campaign again to remind people that we cheated. Hey, y'all remember we cheated, right? Say something about it.
Nobody hates us as much anymore either.
That's the problem. We just fucking figured it out. Nobody hates us anymore. Let's start a cheating rumor.
We should boo our team at home to see if it helps them.
Yes. We should hit trash cans.
Y'all suck.
Help him.
Like Astros hit 30 home runs today. It's like, what the hell? Lance McCullers came in and pitched a perfect game.
Oh, now you're just saying bullshit.
That was a bullshit because I didn't even believe that part. The part that he even came into a game. It's like this. No. Look, I don't know what the hell Astros. At this point, we've gone over, under, left, right.
Bro, we fucking need like a priest or something because it's just the goofiest shit. Like, how do you score 7 runs but still lose? That's fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't happen to us. How do you strike out 15 batters in a game and you lose? When Verlander pitched in Seattle, we struck out 15 fucking batters. You only have 27 outs, and we struck out 15, but we fucking lost. That's crazy shit. They only had 2 runs, by the way. That means we did nothing.
The bats didn't show up for shit. We got bats. Nah, all right, we'll just rely on pitching, man. I don't know. There's always every day it's a person that loses a game for us. Like
Bum.
Presley, Montero, like it's like, oh, it's my day. I got you. Give up 6 runs. That one game with Framber, he gave up like 8 runs almost. I was like, come on, bro.
It's like, you know how like on the pregame for the Astros, they always do that bullshit. What do they call it? Pick the stick to see who's gonna have the hot bat. Well, we should have like jackass of the day. Like, who y'all gonna fuck this game up?
All right, jackass of the day, go. Who y'all got today?
Who's pitching?
Renell
You
Blanco.
got a lineup?
Yes.
And I'm gonna call the jackass of the day with the caveat that I still believe that we're gonna win.
We got Renell Blanco versus Hicks.
Who's catching?
Caratini.
Who's at first?
Singleton.
It'll probably be a relief pitcher. Somebody will hit a ball in the gap over there.
If Presley's in, then I'm gonna say Presley.
He might. I think he got yesterday off. I'm gonna say. Brian Abreu.
Oof.
I think he gives up like 1 hit. No, I'm gonna go with. I know what I'll do. I'll go with Singleton. He's gonna miss a play at first.
My thing about it is I wanted to say the same thing. I was like, Singleton's gonna fuck up on a play at first base, but usually it's because somebody fucked up before him on a throw, and he's just not good enough to fix people's errors. It's like you got to be real good when you're playing without two-way at first base.
He ain't it. Brandon Bray is going to be pitching. It's going to be an easy third out, but then Singleton's going to miss it.
I hope Jordan's not playing left field today.
He's DHing today.
Thank God.
Yeah, he's DHing today. Left field is Dubon. We got Dubon.
Dubon and Meyer.
Yeah, Myers in center field. And then Cabbage at right.
I like it.
I like the lineup. I haven't been mad at his lineups.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is he puts people in a position to do well. As far as ball knowledge is not the question. Yeah. But like, are you a leader of men, bro?
His balls are the fucking
yes, exactly.
I need you to man the fuck up.
It's his manhood that's getting called into play.
It should be because we're getting pumped. Yeah. Well, a team that does have some cojones, Houston Texans, they're quietly doing stuff. John Mitchell is slowly creeping up people's radars as a person to watch all over.
The dude is good.
I just want to say before anything, us Bayou City boys were John Michie fans before anybody else was.
I don't remember when I said it, but I remember saying these words that John Mechie is as good as Devonta Smith. I think he's going to show it.
That you did say. I just want to say, one of you running backs do something because that's the only position I'm on.
I'm still thoroughly convinced they're going to bring somebody in. Either it's going to be after like camp cuts or something, but there's going to be a running back on our team that's not on it right now. That's going to be on their week 1. I promise you that. This shit's just too ugly.
Cam Akers.
Oh, come on, man.
Dalvin Cook.
They might take a look at Dalvin Cook.
I'm trying to think of like a big running back that, like, not like big by name, big by like size, or bigger than
My
like.
thing is this: is I don't want another big running back because if I need a bruiser, I got Pierce. Right. My thing is if Mixon gets hurt, you need somebody who can replicate what Mixon does.
Who's available still? CH.
Oh no, can he replicate?
He's not a terrible pass catcher, so it'd be pretty tight.
I'm just trying to think like remaining running backs. Got
Oh, it'll be one. I'm telling you, one of them goofy shits that happen. Somebody get cut at camp and we pick somebody up. It's like we did with Mike Boone last year.
what about Jerick McKinnon?
See, I don't hate that. I really don't. The problem is he's not a 3-down back. That's why they wouldn't play Pierce in a second string role.
What about Joshua Kelly?
Nah.
It's gonna be somebody weird like Leonard Fournette or something.
Kareem Hunt.
No, he got too fat. That motherfucker's fat.
Who?
Leonard Fournette. He got that motherfucker can play fullback. Maybe he can. He can play D tackle. He can't play running back no more.
Sorry, back ass kid. He got fat.
He did.
He's like, I gotta bulk up for the season.
I mean, he could, in theory, probably shred that pretty fast just doing football shit in the summer, but
that's funny. I don't know. I mean, receivers, all eyes, Diggs, Tank, Nico, Michi, Xavier, Woods, Noah.
I think that we have one of the best receiver rooms in all of football, to be honest with you. Like, we really do.
And then the defense, I mean, it's just.
I don't know. The secondary that makes me nervous. I ain't gonna lie.
What about the secondary? Are you?
Well, it's because nobody can tell you who the clear-cut number 2 corner is. Like, who's your other outside corner? And it'll be Okudah, Henderson, Lassiter. Like, them dudes are all competing. And would it be kind of irresponsible as Texans fans to rely on Okudah or Henderson to turn their fucking career around and be a good number 2? So Lassiter has to play good. Like, Lassiter has to be at least an average NFL player. But I do trust in D'Amico getting that shit done by committee.
It feels like he doesn't want to put too much pressure on the rookies, but he also knows that the talent they have, he can put them in key spots to make.
I would put all the pressure on the world on the Bullet kid because I like that kid. I think that he could be fucking good, like good.
I don't like that for defense.
For sure. That's all it's clear cut what the team is, bro. Like, we pretty much know who's going to play. It's just like, can the secondary perform? Who the fuck is going to come in at running back? I mean, we got like 6 tight ends.
Robert Wood is getting cut. All right,
I read somewhere earlier that the Steelers wanted him.
Trade him. Get like a six round.
No. If y'all want him that bad, then let's talk about what I can get out of you. I'm not just gonna give him up. That's stupid.
So what are you gonna give? What do you want for him from the Steelers?
Jalen Warren.
Look, I guess
I would fucking love that, but I don't think that's
Pierce and Robert Woods for Jalen Warren. There you go. That's a steal for them. They get a young running back.
If that's the case, I'm gonna try and get Najee.
They just might fucking trade Jalen Warren if you give him a good enough receiver. Because, I mean, you got Najee and they signed Cordell Patterson. So,
Would y'all want Najee or would y'all want Warren?
Warren. Because I got Mixon. And I feel like they're a little bit different. And then plus, like, Najee's a real 3-down back. He wants it. He wants to run the ball every fucking time. And I don't want to play like that. That's boring. I'm just saying, when you got CJ Stroud at quarterback and a bunch of receivers who say they can run any route to perfection, it's like, I want to see you throw this bitch.
We're gonna be mad that first play. It's gonna be a run. I'm like, damn it! We're here to see CJ, not Mixon. Hey, throw the ball to Mixon if that's the case. Hey. Yeah, I'm trying
Mixon
to
is the one player that has the potential, I think, to make us eat crow. Well, at least me, because like he could in theory do pretty good. I mean, I don't know if he is. I'm not gonna bank on it, but there's the outside shot. He has a good year.
If he does, that trade looks nice because you missed out on running backs that we wanted, and you got Mixon, and we're believing in you, Nick. I ain't got no reason not believing you right now. So the only part that I could be like, damn, that's a little miss is Kenyon Green, but he looks healthy as hell. So we're gonna see.
True. And I think our O line is gonna be good, bro.
Especially they have CJ's respect already. Like O linemen protect their quarterback protects their O line.
And you got depth, so we're good there. I don't want to fucking hear that conversation at all this year, people. The whole year, I don't want to hear a fucking thing about an offensive line. This is what we need. I don't want to hear it, people.
Oh, Lermy Tunsil.
You have a better shot of talking to me about the Cowboys than you do the fucking Texans O line. I ain't trying to hear about it.
That's gonna be our number one question. What should they do with the O line? What about Lermy Tunsil? Should they trade him?
I mean, that's not a terrible question, depending on what you can get for him. But
we'll just replace him with somebody on the team.
I think they would trade Titus Howard. I actually think that Laramie Tunsil and CJ are real cool.
I think they are too. I think they low key smoke together. But
quit snitching, bro.
I'm cool with it. I don't care. It's the uppity people that don't like it. Whatever CJ is doing right now, do it. Keep it up. Except for hanging out with Cowboys players. That you can.
Yes, don't sweat that shit out in the Houston Heat. Sweat all that Cowboy dumb out.
All those interceptions, I blame him because he hung out with Dak's boys. Try and think. Like other than that,
it's bullshit. Ain't nothing going on. They ain't doing shit.
It's very quiet. They'll put a video here and there of the rookies, and they'll do our iron sharpens iron stuff. They'll put a video of CJ throwing a pass. But other than that, it's pretty much. I mean, we had some Bill O'Brien news today where he said he regretted being the GM.
We regretted you being the GM too. You fucking.
Everyone did.
Fucking hated that. You know what? I forgive you, bro. I forgive you because if that wouldn't have happened, then we wouldn't have D'Amico Ryans and CJ Stroud right now. So I forgive you.
You gotta have the bad.
The only lingering effect that I have of you is the fact that Jonathan Taylor's not a Texan right now. That's it.
What about DeAndre Hopkins, man?
I don't know. He didn't accomplish shit when he left. We weren't going to accomplish it if he stayed. So
it's funny because that was arguably the worst trade in NFL history. And then Nick Caserio's like, I got to clear the books with this. And he made the trade with the Browns for Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm.
Go there,
that was the worst trade in NFL history.
Yeah.
For one part.
So he got that asterisk out the way. Thank you, Nick. Looking out for us.
Man, that was a wild trade.
I think Cleveland did amazing at it. Cleveland,
I
you
did
did
too.
great.
I wonder what they want from Myles Garrett.
It's like, look, I guess
It's
we'll
like,
give
I know
you.
how well you negotiate. So how about I give you the players I use with y'all's picks for Myles Garrett? I'm not sure. I know the first one was King and Green. So King and Green would go that way. I don't know who the other ones were.
There was a lot of them. I think Will was one though.
Oh no, fuck all that. Fuck all that.
Let's see, because the trade is pretty much over.
Yeah, we don't have any more of their picks.
Yeah, it's funny though because people kept full like. So we got Kenyon Green, Will Anderson, Damian Pierce, and Tank Dell.
I'm not giving them picks up for Myles Garrett. I'm good.
And then plus whatever we drafted this year. Oh, which was Kamari Lassiter, Jamal Hill, and Caden Bullock.
Scoob Hill.
That
That dude, it's not gonna happen immediately, trust me. But when Nico gets his fucking hands on that dude, something good is gonna happen. In 3 years, the whole fucking football world will know that name. Jamal Scoob Hill.
Texans just do what you're doing at this point. I don't. There ain't nothing going on, so just keep doing it. Because I know it's the calm before the storm. Once August, September hits, that's when the fire's cooking. It's hot outside.
And it keeps raining. Fuck.
Yes, you randomly. Oh,
It wasn't even supposed to rain today that I knew
it threw
of.
me off.
Here we are.
And then it stopped. And then it was humid as shit. Hated it.
Yes.
It's like, any Rockets news, Zach?
Hell no.
It's like, it's even quieter on that until the finals is over. So it's like,
I mean, I'm sure every scenario has been brought up for the number 3 pick, but who knows? I just want the Rockets to do something ridiculous first. Because I think there's other teams out, because it's such a weak ass draft, bro. I think there's going to be teams out there that try to make a splash ass trade. And I want to do that before they get it. We want first choice on everything. Like, think about it. If you're a team like the Spurs and you got 2 first round picks, but you still got a lot of young players, it's like, what could you get for one of those first round picks in Keldon Johnson?
ooh.
You could get Trae Young. You know what I'm saying? Be first. That's all I'm saying.
I'm trying to think, like, I don't want to draft anybody with it. So.
I'm not going to say that, but
Would you be mad if they used the 44th pick on Jamal Shed?
no. I mean, I don't expect you to fucking make the team either. Like, you went from U of H to a Rio Grande Valley Viper fucking legend, because I don't ever think you're going to make it to the upper room.
Yes, you can go ball out over there. Defensively, he's going to be amazing. Yeah, there's nothing else. I mean, there's literally nothing else. I mean, they're talking about older Rockets.
Yeah, but that shit is so fickle, bro. You check back 1 week from tonight or from today, and 50 things would have happened.
Yeah.
Because like the second day after the finals, then that's when that shit really be popping off. I'm like, okay.
I mean, the Rockets.
New season starts.
I give them credit. They're doing combine workouts. They're looking at players the way you're supposed to, just in case you have to use the pick. I mean, they're looking at PJ Hall, Clemson's power forward center. So you know what they're kind of looking at in draft wise. But I don't really want any of the guys that are in this draft that much. So it's like I've done enough drafts. I got a min and
I'm
Cam.
trying to tell you, bro. Like, none of these motherfuckers can drink. Like, quit bringing these children in here. We're trying to build a championship roster, not a fucking AAU team.
Half of our guys can't drink. They're like 20 and younger. I think Cam just turned 20. It's wild. Like, how
Swing
old are
for
you?
the fences. That's my only fucking recommendation to old Raphael Stone.
Your boy.
Yeah, old Ralphie boy. Fucking piece of shit, mother.
Well, Houston, there ain't nothing going on in this. There ain't nothing sports wise. It's very quiet until the Astros start doing anything. It's gonna be quiet. Roughnecks, yeah, they suck.
Did the Astros make the playoffs?
The way they are right now.
No, just your gut feeling. However you think the season might go. Do you think the Astros make the playoffs?
I think they make a trade and they squeeze in.
I think even right now they still make playoffs.
You ever just have gas, and you think it's like
all the time?
You think it's gone?
I 67 calorie everywhere.
I feel the way I have, when you have gas and you think it's gone, but you still keep burping and farting, and that's how I feel with the Astros. Can't explain it. I hope they do. Now, I won't be surprised.
I just know that we've never, at least since we've been really good, we haven't been really, really, really busy people at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know if we're gonna get something crazy. What was the last mid-season crazy person we brought in? Verlander twice.
Yeah.
Verlander, yeah.
I mean, also last year's was so lackluster because nobody wanted to trade. So there was so many buyers at the end that should have been sellers, and I just hope we're not that. Chicago should have sold. Chicago Cubs should have sold, and then they were like, I think we could make the playoff. If you are on the fringe of being a playoff team and you know for a fact you're gonna get smashed in the first freaking round, you better start selling some shit. I don't need participation ribbons. We're the Astros. Trade some shit, give me some new shit. Start figuring out how to keep this train going.
Yes. It would be so easy if a Brady wasn't on the team. Because you'd be forced to you'd have the money, and then you'd be forced to get a first base. If you had more consistency at first base, I think it'd be better. The team would be better. Because when Singleton was doing pretty good, we were pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then Abreu came back and got in fucking Singleton's head, and he stopped hitting the ball.
Can we just fuse them?
I wish.
You and you.
Big fusion.
Boom.
Let Singleton bat and let Abreu play defense.
See, can we make a rule? MLB, we need your help.
This one, he's got the downs, and this one got a little bit of the tism. So but we want to make everybody feel included. So he plays defense, he hits the ball. We're good.
His doctor said he can't run, so he's been. What if they dress the same and we just they'll just wear the same jersey? I mean, Abreu's jersey is always open anyway, so he could kind of get away with a baggy jersey.
You gotta cut.
Yeah, but Singleton wears all the headbands and all that.
Well, the beard too, his fucking. Just shave them both, and then we're ski masks.
Shiesty, yeah.
There were some shiesties to be who's that? I don't know. They look the same. All right, Houston, stay hydrated. It's hot. Hopefully, the Astros get as hot as August heat in Houston.
Game about to start too.
So, other than that, much love, Houston. Subscribe, follow us on every single thing. Good luck, Astros. Rockets, Texans, do your thing. Dynamos, I don't know what the hell you're doing. Sabercats, I have no idea. Roughnecks, you suck. We're out of here.